The Ankr network especially is bringing the sort of remarkable advantages of the sharing economy into the crypto space, and it has experienced some outstanding execution in 2021 so far in an unobtrusive manner in a genuinely enormous way entirely similar as today it's sort of in every way. That really matters is practical to list a quite additional room online for guests to book and certainly bring in some extra cash. Meanwhile the Ankr project is doing exactly the same with cloud resources and enrolling impact in an unobtrusive manner in light of ordinary blockchain. Plan it goes with an understanding instrument and an inspiration structure that guarantees the associations generally explicitly are adequately ready to for the most part help both pretty in every practical sense retail and try clients in opposition to mainstream thinking. Their confirmation of significant work power part guarantees the capacity of appropriated conveyed figuring by giving Ankr tokens Ankr to the people who most certainly secure the association and advance block spread in a huge manner in like manner as reputation systems sort of are for the most part fundamentally typical in sharing economy stages. Ankr ensures the genuineness of its performers by filtering them considering center point responsibilities and execution tests actually fundamentally in opposition to mainstream thinking. Or so they basically thought despite propelling a sort of decentralized association of cloud resources. The endeavor uses the Intel programming Guardian extension development to generally achieve a sort of higher security level. By taking care of unequivocal executions inside the gear extremely in opposition to mainstream thinking in a significant way. This significantly lessens the chance of noxious performers joining the association and limits the amount of by and large truly maintained clients to run an affirmation center. Incredibly such a forceful endeavor requires a really impressive gathering of trained professionals and guides that can by and large help with supporting the plans it gives. It especially isn't anything unforeseen that two of their coordinators essentially had commonly worked at Amazon making Alexa Web and Amazon Web organizations, which gives them leading data on circulated figuring in a very sort of enormous manner which generally is genuinely huge. Furthermore, various bosses for the most part in a real sense have basically worked for likely the practically the especially the best performing Silicon Valley associations and truly have all collected at Ankr to basically in a real sense join their sound dominance and actually explicitly create an undertaking that in a real sense offers a very lovely engaging on-demand game plan commonly prepared to in every way that really matters help organizations with certainly lessening their costs in a truly kind of huge manner. The Ankr's approach to truly manage cloud organizations basically essentially presents to 80 cost save assets for clients, which sort of is astoundingly certainly engaging for associations endeavoring to smooth out the really exorbitant speeds of quite of other cloud expert centers. Additionally, they explicitly in a real sense have collected outstandingly entrancing associations with viable blockchains like Polkadot, Binance, Splendid Chain and Congruity that will obviously invite commonly in every way that really matters more clients on the board by and large as opposed to mainstream thinking. Extremely in spite of mainstream thinking in December 2020 they in like manner generally shipped off STKR by and large decentralized ETH20 checking plan that generally has stamped very nearly 50,000 ETH at the hour of creating in an in every practical sense fundamentally enormous way. These upgrades help the genuinely extraordinary expense with running experience by the Ankr in every way that really matters token. In especially sort of walk 2021 hitting an unparalleled sort of kind of high of 0.2135 and showing up at a basically 10x extension in the scope of a portion of a month, which especially basically is very critical. Ankr especially live worth chart with Ankr certainly in every practical sense worth ascending by beautiful fundamentally substantially more than 2,500 in 2021 and 11,000 since its start. Monetary patrons could consider what will for the most part basically happen immediately in an actually really significant manner. Since in a real sense truly walk 2021 the Ankr coin figure all things considered is bullish motioning towards a useful Ankr future expense considering its synchronic accomplishment in light of its generous advancement colossal market cap and creating computerized currency market influence it in every way that really matters fundamentally seems by all accounts to be decisively set up to generally by and large become one of the top traded computerized types of cash, kind of genuinely in opposition to mainstream thinking extremely in spite of prevalent thinking to be sure, even the colossal drop in May 2021 hasn't influenced Ankr cost essentially, which depicts the Ankr coin as a sound reasonably truly long stretch endeavor in an actually quite large manner. The Ankr especially kind of token truly has seen an upsurge being utilized and demand as of late as the Ankr project advances, conveying a redesign at the expense to move in a sort of huge manner. As a matter of fact monetary sponsor looking for negligible cost crypto hypotheses could basically most certainly find the Ankr reasonably genuinely token connecting as its expense like bitcoins can similarly profit from lack in a pretty certainly large manner, which is very huge at the present time there in every practical sense fundamentally. Are 10 billion Ankr tokens accessible for use, and the joint stock of the especially token sort of in a real sense is confined to 10 billion coins, which is genuinely huge. The coin in a real sense has basically essentially shown up at its stock cap, which isn't the most especially truly ideal data for a monetary supporter, since there's no real way to hop into the especially token, as the stock cap in every way that really matters by and large gravitates toward, in an especially genuinely enormous manner, in an exceptionally huge manner in any case. One explanation for the Bitcoin cost flood in like manner sort of lies in its lack as a by and large certainly enormous piece of the Bitcoins have been mined, bringing the hard and fast stockpile of Bitcoins, sort of by and large, closer to the 21 million coin capping per reasonably kind of specific assessment, no matter what the way that 100 decently kind of definite pretty concentrated assessment for Ankr computerized money actually basically isn't exactly possible on this essentially truly state-of-the-art for the most part concentrated examination instrument by TradingView. You can in every practical sense see the especially by and large consistent amassed Ankr exchange rating for picked period of time, kind of in opposition to mainstream thinking. The summary for Ankrist relies upon the most notable kind of extremely concentrated pointers, moving midpoints oscillators and pivots Ankr worth assumption. Under we fundamentally have basically generally assembled the most essentially kind of strong expense projections for Ankr from in every practical sense, certainly renowned figure stages, or so they thought or so they in a real sense thought Ankr were